Hello everyone, welcome to Historically Accurate. In today's episode, I will continue to talk about the story of Liu Bei. In my previous episode, Liu Bei was defeated by Cao army twice. These two successive defeats weakened Liu Bei's military strength and dampened Liu army's morale. But Liu Bei didn't idle at the front. He secretly spent several months opening up an eastward path in Micang Mountain, south of Yangping Pass. The destination of the path was Dingjun Mountain behind Yangping Pass. It was a very clever move. In February 219 AD, Xiahou Yuan felt quite concerned when Liu Bei crossed Micang Mountain and appeared at Dingjun Mountain behind Yangping Pass. He saw that Liu Bei's camp at the foot of Yangping Pass was as steady as a rock, which was an army led by Gao Xiang firmly stationed in the camp, protecting Liu Bei's food supply route. Xiahou Yuan would definitely not go out of Yangping Pass to raid Gao Xiang. He would fail completely if he couldn't defeat Gao Xiang and Liu Bei launched a sneak attack from behind and occupied Yangping Pass. Therefore, Xiahou Yuan transferred Zhang He back from Guangshi and asked him to guard the east of Zouma Valley. Xiahou Yuan personally led an army to guard the south of Zouma Valley at the foot of Dingjun Mountain. Chevaux de frise were placed in front of both positions to block Liu Bei's attack. Liu Bei chose to burn these chevaux de frise with fire, and at the same time repeatedly pretended to attack Xiahou Yuan's position in the south. Then, he dispatched elite troops to fiercely attack the east position that Zhang He was guarding. Zhang He gradually became unable to resist under the onslaught of Liu army. Xiahou Yuan knew that he couldn't afford to lose the east position to Liu Bei. Otherwise, Liu Bei could easily cut off his way back and surround them to the foot of Dingjun Mountain. Therefore, Xiahou Yuan sent half of his troops to help Zhang He, and he personally led 400 soldiers to repair the chevaux de frise burned by Liu Bei. These chevaux de frise were about 5 kilometers away from Xiahou Yuan's camp in the south. At this moment, Fa Zheng, who was stationed on the hill, saw the opportunity and ordered Huang Zhong to lead the cavalry down the hill to attack Xiahou Yuan with full force. Xiahou Yuan and his 400 soldiers were caught off guard and annihilated at one stroke. Fa Zheng then ordered the remaining army on the mountain to come down all together to attack Cao army's south camp. Xiahou Yuan's death left the south camp leaderless, and the entire camp was almost all annihilated. Zhao Yong, the governor of Yi province, was also killed in the battle. This is the famous Battle of Dingjun Mountain in the history of the Three Kingdoms. In the novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Xiahou Yuan was killed by Huang Zhong personally. The story was arranged this way to highlight Huang Zhong's bravery as a veteran general over 70 years old. In 1905, the first movie in Chinese history, Dingjun Mountain, was about this story. After the death of Xiahou Yuan, Zhang He led his remnant troops back to Yangping Pass north of Han River, while Liu Bei quickly led his army to approach the south bank of Han River, preparing to cross the river and cooperate with Gao Xiang to attack Yangping Pass from both the front and the back. At this time, Guo Huai, a general under Xiahou Yuan, recommended Zhang He as acting commander and suggested that Zhang He array the troops away from Han River to entice Liu Bei to cross the river and then launch a surprise attack. Zhang He took Guo Huai's advice. When Liu Bei saw the way Cao army was arranged, he wasn't tricked and continued to be stationed on the south bank. The two sides reached a stalemate again. In April 219 AD, hearing that Xiahou Yuan had died in battle, Cao Cao personally led his army to set off from Chang'an and arrived at Yangping Pass via Baoxie Pass. Liu Bei had to retreat to Dingjun Mountain to hold his ground because of the large number of Cao troops, and Cao army was stationed at the foot of Dingjun Mountain, completely blocking Liu Bei's route to attack. Liu Bei, who had originally been at an advantage, began to face many difficulties. Liu Bei's provisions were first transported through Jingyu Pass to the outside of Yangping Pass, then shipped across Han River and Micang Mountain, and finally delivered to Liu Army in Dingjun Mountain. The entire lifeline was about 1,500 kilometers long, and the logistical pressure was huge. Liu Bei ordered Zhuge Liang, who was stationed in Chengdu, to send more reinforcements and provisions to support the frontline troops at Yangping Pass. However, during this period, Liu Bei had just taken over Yi Province, and there were many factions in Yi Province. It was unclear whether the factions would work together to support the front line. So Zhuge Liang sounded out Yang Hong, who had been Liu Zhang's subordinate, on what should they do. Yang Hong said, Hanzhong is the throat of Yi Province. Yi Province can't survive without Hanzhong. At this moment, we should send men to the front line and ask women to transport provisions, trying our best to support the front line. Seeing that Yang Hong and the Yi Province faction he represented firmly supported Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang was very pleased and recommended Yang Hong as the governor of Shu County. They worked together to transport provisions and troops to the front line. As expected, the lifeline was managed very well. Cao Cao's provisions were transported from Bao River to Han River and shipped dozens of kilometers to the west of Cao Cao's camp at Zouma Valley. In ancient times, water transport had huge advantages over land transport, as it was faster and required less manpower. Therefore, Cao Cao's logistical pressure was lower than Liu Bei's. In the standoff, it was all about who had the better logistics, so both sides tried to think of ways to disrupt the other's food supply. Cao Cao acted first. He ordered Xu Huang and Cao Zhen to lead troops to storm the camps of Gaoxiang and Chen Shi outside Yangping Pass. Gaoxiang lost his camp once under the fierce attack, but in the end he miraculously recaptured the camp and successfully defended the food supply route with Chen Shi. Liu Bei was also looking for a change. He ordered Zhao Yun and Huang Zhong to lead an elite force to encamp in the Gu City, east of Dingjun Mountain. Gu City was in the south of Han River with Yangjia River in the west and Bei Mountain at the back. It was not easy to be conquered, and at the same time, they could constantly attack Cao Cao's food supply route on Han River. In Records of the Three Kingdoms, biography of Zhao Yun, annotated by Pei Songzhi, there was a separate section called Unofficial Biography of Zhao Yun. It talked about one of Zhao Yun's battles during this period, Battle of Han River. During the battle, Huang Zhong decided to cross Han River to destroy Cao Cao's food supplies and agreed with Zhao Yun a time to return. However, Huang Zhong didn't return after the agreed time. Zhao Yun led dozens of cavalrymen out of the camp to look for Huang Zhong. They encountered Cao army on their way. Zhao Yun wasn't afraid at all. He scattered Cao army and withdrew while fighting. After successfully withdrawing, Zhao Yun found that Zhang Zhu, his deputy general, was injured and surrounded by the enemy. He led his troops back and eventually rescued Zhang Zhu. Cao Cao chased Zhao Yun to the outside of Zhao Yun's camp. General Zhang Yi wanted to close the camp gate tightly and hold out, but Zhao Yun decided to keep the gate wide open and cease all activities. Fearing an ambush in the camp, Cao Cao didn't dare to attack and withdrew. At this time, Zhao Yun ordered his soldiers to beat drums and shoot arrows at Cao army. Cao soldiers were terrified. They trembled on each other, and many of them fell into Han River and died. Liu Bei was very happy to hear about the victory and went to Zhao Yun's camp the next day, praising Zhao Yun for his bravery. If you ask what happened to Huang Zhong who went to destroy Cao Cao's food supplies, well, the unofficial biography of Zhao Yun never mentioned him again. It's quite difficult to verify the authenticity of this battle since it was only documented in the unofficial biography of Zhao Yun. However, Zhao Yun and Huang Zhong did seriously harass Cao Cao's food supply route, so it doesn't really matter if the battle actually happened or not. As for Cao Cao, seeing that the situation was unfavorable to him, he forced the residents of Hanzhong County to leave their hometown and move to the inland. This way, even if Liu Bei occupied Hanzhong one day, he won't get its population. The decreasing population made it impossible for Hanzhong County to support Cao army. As a result, Cao Cao had to transport more food from afar to Yangping Pass. Cao army's logistical pressure was increasing. Cao Cao once used the phrase chicken ribs as the code word for his camp. When Yang Xiu, one of Cao Cao's strategists, heard about it, he told the people around him that they could pack up and prepare to leave Hanzhong. Everyone was surprised and asked, "Why do you say that?" Yang Xiu explained, "Chicken ribs are tasteless, but you still don't want to just throw them away." The king of Wei uses the phrase as the code word, which means that Hanzhong is the same as chicken ribs to him, so he is ready to retreat. Since then, chicken ribs have been used to describe things that have little value or meaning, but people are still unwilling to give them up. In fact, Yang Xiu's guess was quite accurate. Cao Cao did decide to give up Hanzhong in May 219 AD. In the novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Yang Xiu was executed soon after the chicken ribs incident because Cao Cao thought he had disturbed the morale of the Cao army. Liu Bei occupied Hanzhong as soon as Cao Cao retreated. In June 219 AD, he also sent Meng Da to attack Fangling from Zigui. Kuai Qi, the governor of Fangling, was killed. Then Liu Bei ordered Liu Feng to set out from Hanzhong with his army and join forces with Meng Da to attack Shangyong. Shen Dan, the governor of Shangyong, surrendered. Since then, Liu Bei had completely won the Hanzhong campaign. He finally defeated his lifelong archenemy Cao Cao head-on on the battlefield with his own capabilities. During the campaign, he demonstrated his military capability by opening up a path in Micang Mountain to occupy Dingjun Mountain and sending Zhao Yun and Huang Zhong to encamp in Gu City and attack Cao Cao's food supply route. Liu Bei also demonstrated his capability of managing talents by appointing Gao Xiang and Chen Shi, two newcomers, to guard the main camp outside Yangping Pass, which successfully secured his own food supply route. In July 219 AD, Liu Bei declared himself the king of Hanzhong. Well, that's it for this episode. In the next episode, I will talk about Liu Bei's last and biggest fiasco in his life. Because of this defeat, he was considered to be severely deficient in military capabilities. But is this really the case? We will find out next time. If you have any thoughts and suggestions, please leave your comments below. If you like my video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. See you next time!